Hey, Mike Mutzel, MikeMutzelLeadership.com. Thank you so much for continuing this journey on leadership tips that maybe we weren't aware of, but we probably need to implement sooner rather than later. Today's tip is number 14, and it's about growth. And I want to start with a metaphor, if that's okay. You know, most of you know that I'm a lacrosse coach for over 40 years. I've been blessed with Coach of the Year awards at the state and the national level, coached great teams, been in championships, had a website for coaches, and consequently used to do coaching clinics for lacrosse all across North America. And I used to tell the coaches when I had them in the clinic, I so appreciate you being here, but don't let this be the end, right? Or the only thing. And here's where I'm going with this. You know, as coaches, we all expect our athletes to be in the weight room and to continue training and actually more training probably off the field than actually on the field, and constantly working to improve and get better. In lacrosse, we want them to be bigger, stronger, faster. We want them to be able to throw and catch with their right and left hands, all those kind of things. But I wonder how much the coaches are doing to improve and get better. You know, and one clinic maybe doesn't necessarily cut it. So I accuse the coaches oftentimes of being hypocrites. Are we expecting our employees to learn and grow, but not holding ourselves to the same standards? You know, it's so critical that we continue to grow and continue to learn. You know, Forbes magazine, I think it was like 2019, wrote an article saying by 35 or 40, and they had all these graphs and stuff, you know, that leaders were no longer as effective as they were when they were younger as they continued to age. That their management skills and their leadership style was no longer as effective as it once was. And they were no longer leading by example. Now, I'm not suggesting we're hypocrites, but I will tell you, I think it was even, if I'm not mistaken, John P. Cotter in Leading Change, where he said most managers quit learning at age 35. And that's just tragic, man, because the marketplace continues to evolve and change. The nature of employees and their expectations and their values and what we need for retention and engagement continue to change. And we need to keep pace, right? And challenge ourselves. And this haunts me, right? Because I try and go out and get certifications in Agile leadership and Six Sigma. And I'm gonna tell you, I suck at Six Sigma, right? I mean, I'm not a math guy, but it was an amazing challenge. And I finally convinced myself mentally to embrace it, you know, and make it an exciting challenge to finish and continue my education and continue to learn. Most great leaders, I find, are very avid readers. And maybe you're a reader, maybe you don't have the time to read. But you should know that most leadership books in today's genre are written in a fictional style, and a lot of them can be read in an hour or an hour and a half. Certainly on 1 or 1.5 legs if you're on an airplane, you know. My favorites, guys like Patrick Lencioni, everything he writes is a favorite of mine. Silos, Politics, and Turf Wars, perhaps the best of all time, 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, where he talks about the absence of trust, and his phrase, not mine, I wish it was mine, man, artificial harmony in organizations. Credibility and trust is so huge in today's world. Ken Blanchard's 1 Minute Manager is still a Bible that I give to almost everybody that I do executive coaching sessions with. There's so many fictional options out there that are easy to read. If you're not a nonfiction guy, I think 5 or 6 months ago I read Trust and Inspire by Covey. I found it incredible resource, right? If you don't have the time for that, man, listen to the podcast. My favorite of the day, I guess, is Lead Every Day. I think it's is the title. It's Mark Miller and Randy Gravitz, and it's about 9 to 11 minutes every morning. It hits my inbox as I'm drinking coffee. I'm listening to it. I also get Deloitte's newsletter for CEOs, so I can communicate with my C-suites, and that's the second thing I look at or read every day. So you can read to get better, right? You can listen to podcasts to get better. You can do certifications to get better. It doesn't matter so much what the vehicle is, that we understand that we need to lead by example. And a lot of people are trusting us, man, and a lot of people are looking forward to our leadership skills continue to evolving to make our organization a place where they want to come to work. So, man, don't be a hypocrite and expect one thing from your staff and their skill set and another from yourself. Find the genre or the niche that works for you and continue to grow, continue to learn. Challenge yourself with new ideas that make you think, and we'll be better leaders and better at retention and engagement and satisfying our customer base internally and externally because of it. man, let's continue to grow. I challenge myself and I'm challenging you, but that's not what it's about. I hope you challenge you. If you're looking for us to come out to your organization, just send me an email, mike@mikemutzelleadership.com. Thanks for the response to the Management University online for first-time managers or in person. They're all there, or just shoot me an email if you're looking for reading materials or anything else. This is Mike Mutzel, MikeMutzelleadership.com. Until next time, tip number 14, continue to grow.